last May, at a end of session rap party, Senator McKeon was accused of making an inappropriate joke and inappropriately touching a Capitol staffer. Nebraska State Patrol cited him for public indecency. That happened over the summer. And then in the fall, he was actually charged in the Lancaster County Court with disturbing the peace. His attorney had originally said that they would plead no contest to that, which is basically that you admit there's enough evidence that you could be found guilty, but you're not admitting guilt.
Exactly.
And Senator McKeon actually was out in your territory here just a couple of weeks ago talking to people about this incident. You guys were there?
Yeah, my coworker Casey Mintz, our evening anchor, he was there. He did some great coverage there. But basically, the summary of that event was we heard from his lawyer, we heard from McKeon's family, and we heard from McKeon himself, basically saying that he does not think he did anything wrong. He thinks what happened was, he kind of, I don't want to say he regrets it. He kind of was like, I understand where she's coming from, but this is not who I am. This is not, he does not think what he did was wrong, basically. And then we also had a supporter of his come forward at that. That was actually the first person to talk at the event, if I remember right, was his supporter. And the person basically said, look, I voted for McKeon. I voted for him to go in there. I voted for him in the legislature. That's who I want in the legislature. And they don't like the idea of the rest of the legislature kind of unseating McKeon against the will of his voters.
This resolution also says that he might still occasionally have a bad joke slip out, and that those who would take offense to such flippant behavior are eggshells who should avoid me, not engage in conversation. So I think there's something to be said for innocent until proven guilty. But yeah, Senator McKeon has basically said these are things that were said, and had described the person who made that complaint as difficult to work with. And I think that is where a lot of the sticking point appears to be for his senators on the floor.
They're kind of treating it like it's something that needs to be removed almost, like a cancerous tumor that, hey, we got to do this as soon as possible. Let's go ahead. Oh, let's play that sound from Senator Hardin, please.
Suspending the 7-day notice rule in this limited circumstance is both necessary and appropriate to maintain the expedited timeline unanimously recommended by the Executive Board.
What was your take on not only how quickly we brought this up, right, but the fact that we have to get through this before we can do any actual legislating?
I think that everyone there is taking this very seriously. I think that there's no question about it. They really want to get this out of the way. I think they kind of see it, I don't want to say, but they kind of see it as not only is he hurting them as a legislature body, he's hurting them in the eyes of the public. I think, and I'm not saying this, I'm thinking that this is what they think as senators, and they really want him out there so that people take their body seriously. People go, okay, the Senate is, you can't.